active combat mission, well, Battle for Normandy with the new Market Garden upgrade. This is the beginning of a wee campaign I'm going to be running. The Road to Nijmegen campaign, which is the main campaign that was released with the Market Garden module, where it basically focuses on the 3 major formations within the Market Garden, 2 airborne formations and the Irish Guards rushing to try and relieve them. So the first mission is with the 505 airborne landing. Basically they're landing, and their immediate objectives to destroy some AA guns and forces that were firing on them and secure their immediate area without losing too many of their own forces to the enemy. So I'm going to make no promises as to how far I get into this campaign. You know me, I'm not that good at this sort of shizzle. So I have done a couple of dry runs, and I did get through not losing too many forces, which was nice, because frankly I'm fairly shockingly bad at this game. In any case, without further ado, let's take you through the briefing. Obviously we've got the our mission is threefold: the destroying enemy forces, keeping ourselves together, make sure the Fox Company gets to that exit marker, and destroying the AA. The AA is worrying because they are pretty nasty infantry killers. They kind of just turn a platoon into mince, and it's not nice to watch. We have 1 hour and 10 minutes. That gives us plenty of time to take this slow is fast approach. Basically, it's going to be a massively and random scale up in terms of my forces to try and replicate landing zones and the chaos of that kind of airborne landing. So I get Easy Company, first platoon, yay, Easy Company, Banner Brothers, boop boop. So these guys are going to be crazy and awesome, and we're going to use them to begin our fight on the right. And, well, on the left maybe, I don't know, fight somewhere. We're going to keep them fairly, you know, in one location, and then wait for others to bring up and secure the rest of the battlefield. So we got basically, I think, yeah, we're going to have 2 companies by the end of this fight with all their supports. That's quite a sizable force. In any case, we've got some air support, so we need to make sure my spotters keep alive, and we've got battalion mortars which will land in with us, so that's great. So we got 2 Spitfires and a section of mortars. And now the enemy forces looks like there's going to be light flat guns. That'll be the AA. And there's, yeah, security forces. So basically it looks like some kind of infantry. So no more than a full company. So but not necessarily the best of troops. I guess that's okay. I guess. I mean, a full company. It's pushing it. Right, so here we go, here's the battlefield. So let's just zoom up and look down from above. Bird's eye. Right, so we obviously, wow, this is an incredibly open map. So we have a huge open zone, which I'm guessing is going to be the sort of the landing zone for the rest of our troops. To our immediate front, we have a small location with possible enemy contacts already spotted inside it. It looks to be a nice enemy fortification, so they probably have some heavy weapons over there, and the same over there. So if ideally I want to keep 1 platoon away from the line of sight with these 2 places, so I don't know, like, it doesn't really look like these guys are in danger of being spotted by them. However, I'm not too keen on risking them being spotted by them, because if you can see that, you can actually still kind of see some of that on the horizon. So yeah, however, I don't want these guys to be going up the middle. I'm going to wait for other platoons to kind of I'm not really gonna, this stretch here, by the how do I explain this? this feels, they kind of make 2 lines. This kind of, think of this as one big thicker section, then another one here thinner, and then another one here. I'm kind of almost ignoring this one, because due to the terrain, people over here aren't necessarily that exposed to fire from there, and people down here aren't necessarily that exposed to fire from up there because of this hill. However, people in the middle are exposed to fire from both. So if I'm going to see about trying to attack on the far left and the far right with a few supporting elements in the middle, But in any case, obviously my front line is going to be sort of this area here. But we need to focus on this original whatever defensive location. So first things first, we're going to get first squad, first platoon to quickly move up to here, and we're probably hoping to engage some of these bad guys. We'll get our E Company HQ to move up to support them, and we'll get them. So I'm using quick commands here. I'm actually going to turn that into a fast command so they try and get there a wee bit sooner after these guys arrive. Although I can probably give these guys a pause. There we go, let's get them to pause for 10 seconds, and that should hopefully mean these guys both get to the hedges at around the same time, so we've got a high amount of shooters arriving at the hedges to hopefully overwhelm any defenses if they do spot us. I'm actually going to also bring up this smaller squad up here, but we're going to leave the machine gun and these two other squads. I'm actually going to kind of tell them to move forward, because if they're here and they're not getting shot at and they've got no contact spotted around here, I'm not necessarily needing to worry about that too much, and the ground doesn't really change from between here and there. So we'll get them to move up to here. Hopefully I won't regret that. No promises. Yes, these guys, I think I'm going to probably bring them down. By the way, after this first turn, I'm going to be only showing you the replays. I'm not going to be showing you me giving the orders, so you won't have to look forward to that afterwards, because it's a fairly boring process. In any case, I'm going to bring these guys back to around here and then here to try and keep them out of the line of fire, but to also bring them over here so they can be a nice force to be reckoned with on this side of the map. In any case, I'm going to pause the video, do those orders, and start the first turn, so see you in a sec. And we're back, so let's have a wee look at the outcome from that turn. Is it looking good so far? Well, I wonder. There we go. Let's turn the icons off just for a wee bit, so you can have a wee little cinematic effect. But I do want to turn them on at the very least, so we can have a look at spotting contacts. So we've got our men moving up, taking quite nice shelter. Some enemies possibly up there. These guys aren't taking fire. Hello, firefight's begun. I reckon, okay, that's us taking fire, but also returning it. Nice bar action here. Feel free to kill some Germans. So it looks like we've got some, oh, we've taken at least one of them down, and another one, so it looks like we're going to win that firefight, because we've already taken like 3 of them down. We had enough firepower all arriving at the same time to completely overwhelm them. So we can immediately probably just conduct an assault straight up here, and take and destroy these troops, because there's no return fire coming in. So, where is that supporting section? Maybe it was absorbed. I think it was absorbed by first squad. Maybe it was a detachment of first squad. I think it may have been. In any case, I want to use forces that I already have ready. So what we're going to do is bring these guys up to here. There. Okay. I'm going to turn around to quick. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I forgot. I'm not going to show you this part of the turn. Wow, I suck at this. I'm new. Oh, I'm new. Right, okay, so see you in a sec. And we're back to actually watching the turns, so let's have a wee look at what happens. I've sent this squad over, so they're going to be the assaulting section. Not giving these guys any further orders. They'll keep spotting enemies and engaging when needed, especially if they start giving back fire. I've left these MG here. I don't really want them to move any further up this field until we've taken care of this threat. Oh, pardon me. Obviously these guys are going to continue their movement. And luckily the force that was in that field managed to withdraw and maneuver to this area without taking any fire, so that's good. We've got no casualties so far. It looks like we're having to lay down a little bit of covering fire as my men make up, and inflicting yet another German casualty. We have a couple enemies actually starting to return fire. I probably should have avoided this by keeping my guys on direct fire, or giving them actual fire orders, so they kept firing to keep these guys pinned down. because as you see they're actually beginning to fire back. So what I'm going to have to do probably now, since they've actually started pinning me down, God, that's not meant to happen, is targeting these fellows here. And I'll give, yeah, if they target those guys specifically, then it should be okay. And I'll give these guys a target over here so we can engage that wall. Oh, what am I doing again with the, oh, this is embarrassing. And we're back. So let's continue this assault. We've got some guys putting down fire on the two German positions. These guys are being very brave. Watching fire from themselves, their own friendly forces, as well as the Germans. I'm really not very good at this game. You probably noticed. My pixel trooping are sacrificed on an all too often basis for my glorious enterprises. However, we've already got a surrendering German over here, and the last remaining German forces on this side were killed as well. So I don't know how it happened, but we actually have managed to conduct this assault and killed and captured the entire German force here without losing a single man. Don't ask me how I did that. I won't be able to give you an answer. One of these fellows was lightly wounded, but apart from that we're fine. The reason they continued to fire is because I gave them that fire order, so they're going to continue to do that until the end of the turn. Right, I'll see you in a sec. And we're back, so let's have a look at this turn. I've given these folks just to continue to move up to create a bit of a base of fire here, ready to start moving up into this area. These guys I've got moving up to quickly or just run up this clear patch of land with good visual cover to the sides, although there's a wee bit of risk from up there. Now I'm thinking about it, probably should have, oops. Oh well, these guys didn't take fire from up there as they're moving up, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyways, they're moving up to take position in here. I've not actually got them to go into any of these buildings. Now, my reasoning for doing so is that there's no cover whatsoever to the front for here, and there's no windows to here, so it'd be pointless occupying that building anyway. However, if we look over here, we're in direct sight of those fortifications, so any infantry getting into these windows will be in a hell of a lot of trouble, because if there are AA placements there, which I think there might be because the guys are spotting some, yeah, that looks like a spot of some sort of artillery piece, then they're just going to destroy everything in these houses. So yeah, that's why that happened. And yeah, obviously I'll see you in a sec. And we're back, so let's have a wee look at oops, didn't click it yet. I clicked it. So you can tell I'm not too great at this. So basically I've started these guys moving up. I've given them a series of, well, these guys have got a series of assault commands, so they're going to move up, pause, fire down. These guys have a series of quick commands, and I'm getting them to try and avoid this central lane here, because this central lane is at risk of being spotted by the enemy troops there. So they're trying to imagine a line down here apart from the machine gun, which is eventually going to hopefully end up here with a good spotting chance of these buildings here. The rest are just going to be moving up the forest. So likewise, these assault maneuvers are going to move up. So hopefully, if with the frequent pauses and stuff, if we do start taking fire, then we should be able to start engaging these guys pretty nicely. I wonder who spotted these fellows. Okay, so some infantry here, and some of my infantry here started spotting some of the Germans moving. So if you take a look over here, oh, looks like there's a bunch of Germans heading this way. So that's slightly worrying. That means there's it looks like a large group of Germans heading this way. So any force that arrives here will be in danger of being engaged by those troops up there. And we're back in. It's basically the same old. I'm waiting for this group of soldiers to move up. Basically just most of the first platoon over here on the right. We obviously have those spotted contacts up here, and I've actually moved this small section up, so they've given them a move order to get into this building here, although I think I'm about to regret that horribly because I've just noticed that there's no door on this side of the building, so they're probably going to go in. Okay, that's fine, they're going to go into this door here and then make their way over. I've told them to go into here, then up to there into the second level, and I'm giving. I probably shouldn't have given them the slow order because that's going to take them ages. Probably just giving them a move order. But anyway, I've got them to hide, so hopefully the enemy won't be able to see them, but they should be able to spot the enemy. Luckily, I've had no contacts on this side of the battlefield, so things are looking up and looking good. But yeah, fortunes could change at any moment. I'm surprised that the enemy haven't got any infantry or MG presence in those buildings, which would probably hurt me quite a lot. And we're back in, so I've probably stopped saying that. It's going to get annoying since each turn only lasts a minute. So you've got 100 and you've got 60 more of me going, and we're back in. Oh dear, we're starting to take fire. I wonder where that's from. It did look like there was an infantry spot in those buildings, and oh no, good, he's just pinned down. Phew, I was worried that was going to be our first casualty there. So we're starting to take sporadic rifle fire, possibly some MG fire. So hopefully these guys will be able to, now these guys are in position, should start to return fire, or not. Be nice if you would. Someone? No, okay, so we're not going to fire at all, but it's definite infantry spotted over here, and that sounds horribly like, oh no, it's only an MP40, that's fine. If they had one machine gun, one MG42, I would, this entire assault would basically have been gone to shit. In any case, I'm going to quickly take this back and back again, because, oh wait, not that far. At some point here, my men engaged a bunch of folks up here. There we go. So we're trying to engage some Germans up on this side of the map. Doesn't look like we actually hit anything. Yeah. However, it was good, so we can start trying to slow down this advance. Hopefully wait for some friendly forces to arrive. Fingers crossed for that to happen, because frankly it's getting a little worrisome. But yes, luckily we haven't actually lost any troops, even though we're taking quite a bit of fire. Maybe I'm going to be lucky for this. Maybe. That remains to be seen. Now these guys are down and in position, they're not taking fire. It shouldn't be too long until they can actually not be cowering and being able to fire back. And we're back with some reinforcements. Luckily 2 platoons came in at the same time, so they've obviously reorganized and got to the battlefield pretty quickly. So this is Easy Company 3rd Platoon and 2nd Platoon, so that's all of Easy Company on the field at the moment, so we've only got Fox Company to worry about. I'm actually going to be doing a bit of mixing and matching. For instance, these 2 platoons are actually going to be focusing on the left, so I'll have to bring over one of Fox Company's platoons, pardon me, over to the right to help out with 1st Platoon from Easy Company in their advance on the right here. But for now, things are looking good. Basically, my commands for these guys are obviously to withdraw a little bit and then move over to this side to then move up to the hedgerows. So I've got 3rd Platoon moving in a lot faster. These units are going to get there really quickly, hopefully to start trying to engage these forces here. Whereas 2nd Platoon, sorry, is going to be moving across here further to try and line up this half of the hedges. So so hopefully by the end of this we'll have an extremely powerful base of fire here to completely overwhelm any defenses they have in kind of this area, to then move up and assault and form a second base of fire to then move up, you know, a simple kind of overwhelm, move up to then hopefully get into exit F Company and Nijmegen and destroying this section over here. So that's a separate battle to the one being fought over here. What we have over here is a platoon we're going to move up. We're actually going to create a base of fire in this area along these hedges facing this way. We're going to then go into assault into these buildings and those buildings. We currently have a miniature base of fire being set up here, where I'm going to be bringing this infantry squad down and foisting them along these bushes here. Oh god, I really hope I have Bandicam mouse switched on, because that's going to be really strange if talking about this and here and there when I'm not actually showing you. I'm setting up this MG this turn, so hopefully by the end of this turn it's going to be deployed and it can start putting some overwhelming MG fire into those buildings, and obviously these infantry moving up to then add their fire to it. I've actually put the command segment to head into this building here and hide as well, so we've got a few infantry folks into these buildings. And last but not least, we have our tiny wee forward observer team, which is going to be sprinting up to try and get into this building, and hidden as well, so we can start getting eyes on the enemy and eventually calling in some fire. So let's go ahead and check out what happens. So these guys are moving up fairly nicely. Not too worried about them. They've not really taken very much fire anymore. That guy seems to have kind of given up. It appears that these guys, yeah, they're setting up that MG, so things are looking good. Luckily, no fire. Well, I say luck, it's obviously due to my skill. We've got no fire coming in to these platoons, although they've started to see some infantry movement, although I think that actually might be those guys seeing them. Yeah, it's those guys seeing them, not those guys. However, we've now started to take some fire. And our first casualty, oh dear. I wonder where that fire is coming from. In any case, that's our first casualty. That's very disappointing. It's completely disrupted a lot of the maneuvering going on here, so these poor infantry here are going to be pretty lonely when it comes up to this point. However, as can be seen here, I'm wondering who's firing here. Is this us firing? Let's have a look. Is this? Yes, that's us firing. Good, so we're going to have some support for these sections by some friendly units firing, so fingers crossed it's going to work out. Over here things are looking good. We have that MG set up now, so any further infantry fire coming from here, that MG is going to immediately suppress them, and we have a small infantry segment there ready to provide some more supporting fire. And a few more infantry folks hiding in these buildings, just generally just looking up, so fingers crossed this is not going to be too painful. So in this turn, we've just continued those movements over to the right, with the platoons moving up to hopefully form a base of fire. Looks like we've got some firefights going on between the infantry we spotted in there and our MG, and our now moving infantry to the right, where they're going to start trying to take position up in these buildings here. Luckily we've not taken any casualties there, and our MGs managed to suppress the enemy sufficiently, so hopefully they're not going to be inflicting many casualties, if any, on us. Over here I've dispatched this small team to make their slow way up to try and you know, get rid of that guy there, so we increase the points at the end. No point in wasting it. And these platoons are all moving up nicely to get to this point, and as soon as these guys start spotting some infantry, I'm sure they'll start opening fire. We can see they've got a dense population gap there and a hugely dense population gap here, so what I'm going to do is, as soon as I'm able, is call in some mortars both here, and probably over the objective here, and just blitz that area, and then also blitz kind of, yeah, I guess, yeah, we'll use the aircraft for these areas, but blitz this area of mortars. And yeah, so nothing too much happened that turn. It's pretty good, not too worried. So I've not really expanded any of these. Oh dear. Oh, that's embarrassing. I clicked the red button. Apologies, in this game that basically means you skip right to the end of the video view. So we missed that casualty being taken, it appears. Oh, that was stupid. Let's go ahead and see if these forces will move to the right. These guys appear to have been giving fire, probably possibly taking some, I don't think so. Enemy, yeah, still presence there. Nothing really much happened on the right apart from that one casualty, which we'll never know about. We'll never know how that came about, so yeah. These guys got up to the casualty and are currently treating, well, kind of distributing the gear. We have reinforcements arrived, so we've got this Piat section here. Is it a Piat? I can't tell. No, it's an M9A1. Okay, don't know if that's more powerful or not. It probably is. We have another platoon. This is going to be the first of Fox Company. Third platoon, Fox Company have turned up. That's nice. We'll get them on the far left here. Oh no, wait. Actually, this is going to be the platoon I send over to the right. So this platoon is going to go over here and is going to help out with an assault down the far right there, I think. Would that be helpful? I'm not entirely sure that would be. I have a full platoon on this side. Not sure they'll need any more help. Yeah, I'm gonna do it because they will need help. Like, this is combat mission. In case these guys have moved up, doesn't look like we've taken any further casualties. It does look like some forces have been scared into not moving. Mainly these, yeah, kind of the mortar batteries. This platoon's fine. They aren't moving. Oh no, they are moving. Yeah, so it looks okay. Not taking any casualties. It does look like there might be a little bit of a firefight starting to begin between the German and my forces along this tree line. So in any case, sorry that I messed up on that turn. You'll see the next one. And we're back, and this time I'm not going to press the red button and ruin it for everyone. So this platoon is moving into position to get a nice base of fire. I've given the MG a pinning down order while I move a small scout section up to get rid of that body. Where are these guys getting shot from? That's another casualty down. No. 2 guys down. At least this one's just wounded. So we can clear him up, then clear him up. That's 3 casualties already. Oh well. Not much to do. Make that 4 casualties. Wow. So that was another hit on those poor guys over there. Let's see if we've cleared that first one up. Oh, that was an explosion somewhere. There. Luckily that's nowhere near our friendly forces. And we've got the first F Company platoon moving up on the far left there as an assaulting section, or to get ready for an assaulting section. And we've finally got a quite nice base of fire set up here. Right, who can see them? I'm worried about that. Okay, at least it's just our command unit, so they're not going to necessarily be able to spot anything else. That looks like where at least one, if not all of their AA is going to be. There's one right in the middle there, maybe one on the end, and one on that side, so fingers crossed we're going to be okay. Nothing much happened that turn apart from losing a couple more men. They're already dealing with him, so I'll leave him there this turn. Next turn, take him down there, deal with that one. These guys can continue their movement up to here and get ready for an assault into these buildings with covering fire from this base of fire position. These guys will continue to move up along this tree line and get these mortars set up and get them to attack these formations here to start inflicting some proper enemy casualties. We've got a very, very strong line here, so if you look at this, like, this line is just chock full of friendlies ready to start shooting at Germans. So anyone kind of coming at this line, even including tanks and things, they're going to have one hell of a hard time with it. So I'm fairly confident with this platoon being able to move up unchallenged up to here, and then once we've established proper fire superiority here, they're going to be moving up to establish a nice line up to probably about there onto this portion of the line, ready to cover up here, while the rest move up and occupy the rest of it. So we have another nice line up here to then leapfrog finally into the objective. That's the general plan. So yeah, let's see if it works. And we're back in. So we've received that second Fox platoon. So there we're going to be moving up to support our assault on the right hand side here. We have that machine gun and continuing to fire towards that enemy spot, trying to keep their heads down. We cleared up that guy so we can move them over to there. Got these guys continuing to move over to get some good eyes on the right. These fellows are all moving up, hopefully, and they've deployed the mortars. So, in theory, if they see enemy contacts, they should start firing. Okay, well they can't see them, so I'm going to have to give them an attack command. I probably forgot to do that in the last turn. But other than that, it's just kind of movement. Things are looking quite nice at the moment. Got a nice strong position. These guys right here just having a great old time of it. Yeah, let's fire lots and lots of bullets towards the enemy. Are you reloading? I bet you're reloading. Or are you just bored? You're reloading. Cool. So, not much happened that turn once again, but plenty will happen next turn. And we're back in, so... Oh, I need to stop saying that. This company is continuing to move to the right here. I've given them some new orders. It's weird that they're running back to carry on with that. In case I've stopped that fire command, because I think we completely pinned them down. if any start firing, these guys will be able to pick them out better. And we have our section going over and getting some close eyes on, so that's nice. And these guys are going to move up to support them, so that'll probably happen before the end of the minute. We also have our first volley of mortars coming in. So, oh wow, that was a nice casualty straight away there. This area is now under fire and will be quite heavily next turn when now those sporting rounds are down, because they're in view of, oh dear, we'll have a look at that afterwards, but they're in view of these mortars, and these mortars all have some nice attacking orders. So yeah, I feel sorry for the bad guys. They are gonna feel some pain. Yeah, it's not gonna be nice. In any case, let's have a look at what happened over here. Looks like we may have taken another casualty. By may have, I mean we definitely have. Being fairly lax with my men. Let's have a look and see what happens. Looks like it may have been... Oh wow, that sounded like it came over from the right here somewhere. But we've got that area pretty much under control. Oh no, it looks like that was the rifleman in that bottom window there. In which case, I think we immediately opened up fire, but it wasn't quite enough. Maybe I should have continued that machine gun fire. Save this guy's life. In any case, we're going to get them to pause, heal him up before moving away. These guys healing up that guy, so... By healing up, I mean disposing of the body. It basically just affects the points at the end and just general morale, etc. These guys going up to that one. I mean, I've not lost too many, and we're about to start inflicting some serious casualties in the enemy here, so fingers crossed things are going our way. Right, so we have... This is going to be fun. Our final platoon turned up, and they landed in the middle of a field. The middle of the field that happened to be between friendly forces and enemy forces, so I've done what might turn out to be a really retarded thing, and I've just got them running straight up to take position on the far left flank of this forward set of obstacles. However, it looks like between friendly fire, mortar fire, and their own fire, we've completely... Oh god, that's a horrible rate of fire coming in. These poor Germans are just being slaughtered. So it looks like they're going to be safe. Wow, those mortars will have done some serious pain. If there was as much infantry there as I thought there was, this is going to be quite painful for the Germans. But, you know, the more of them dead, the merrier. The more we kill here, the less we have to kill later on. Oh, wow, that's a nice one. Jesus, these poor guys. I told you, I said this turn is going to be painful for those Germans. And, well, it was. I don't think anything really happened over here, so let's go ahead and take us to the end. These guys have healed that guy up so we can take them up to the front line. These fellows here, I think, are probably going to heal. Wait, and they've already healed that guy, so we can then have them rejoin the fight. This platoon is starting to make their way up, which is fine. And over here, I think they've... No, they've only just started healing him. Okay, so that's fine. Wow, that was fun. Oh dear, did we take a casualty? Nope, he's just being a bit of a coward. So yeah, this is great. I mean, ouch. If I was a German, I would not want to be right there right now. 15, 10, 7... I think I'm just going to continue firing for now because they're still in that area for another minute. See if we can take any further give enemy some more casualties. But you know what? I'm actually going to cancel. I'm going to cancel this one. I think. Yeah, we'll see. So, as you probably noticed, oh, I almost pressed the wrong button there. As you probably noticed so far, I actually do prefer using these mortars in direct line of fire because it's just so much faster, so much more accurate. And these, well, as you can see here, this has been brutal. I mean, I'll be interested to see how many bodies left of that. Obviously, I cancelled this one, so there shouldn't be any firing attack on the normal. But the Germans are just, you know, they can't take much of that pain, so they're just running. So these two positions are completely crippled. Let's go ahead and take it back over here. We've got forces moving up here. And I also conducted an assault into this building. We've got some Germans in here engaging friendly troops, but for the most part they're getting taken down. Why are you firing? You're gonna get destroyed. Oh dear, if these guys spot them, they're gonna die, so I need to get them hiding. I don't know why they're not hiding anymore, but I think the best idea is for me to just get them to run out of that house, because yeah, they're in danger right now. If we look over here, let's get back to make sure. Let's have a wee look at the end stages of this particular side. It looks like the mortars have inflicted a wee bit more casualties. The majority of this platoon has pretty much made it to safety. Inspired by this platoon's success, I've actually moved up the platoon I was originally going to conduct the assault with, so they're going to come up and form on the immediate right of this one here, so we'll then have a strong base of fire already and outflank this enemy here. It looks like there's quite a lot of fire about to hit these poor wee guys here. This poor little pixel trooping soldier is about to get destroyed by some machine gun fire and rifle fire, etc. It looks like we've pushed them back, so I think I'm gonna start moving another platoon up to this length of wall here. And yeah, things are looking just generally really awesome. Have these guys finally healed this guy? Doesn't look like it. It looks like he's still doing it. Wow, it's taken a while. Is that because he's wounded, not dead? Yes, I think that's why. This platoon is currently still moving up on the right. I'm going to kind of gather them together in kind of one solid and then just unleash the hounds of war all the way down here, hopping from hedge to hedge, to house, slaughtering all their way down, and hopefully by the time they get to kind of that area, I'll have been able to call in some planes to destroy here, both here and here, because if we do that successfully, then we can not have to worry about losing men in an assault. So there we go, things are looking good. These platoons are moving up. I've now ordered this platoon to get straight up to this part of the line, up to from about there to there. So here to here, then there to there, to there to there. I'm going to capitalize on the fact that these Germans are actually retreating, and they've given up these positions and this position over here, and we're just going to push them. So hopefully they might even get there in time to catch a few in the open field, but I doubt that. So fingers crossed. These guys I've left in position to keep as a base of fire. It would be horrible if they didn't turn around and just opened up on all these men crossing the field. Over here, let's have a look and see what happened there. I think it was earlier than that. There we go. Right, okay, let's go back to how it was before. There we go. So this is almost at the beginning of the turn. I ordered these guys to get up to the roof. Well, the second story. They came in here and went, "Ah, the Germans," and opened fire, and appeared to have at least made them run. Took some fire, didn't lose anyone, but they've basically pushed them out of the building finally, so we don't have them to worry about anymore, and we can hear even more German contacts. So they're obviously quite solid in this area here. So we have this building pretty heavily garrisoned, and we just saw them running, so we've probably just pushed them out of this area completely, which is nice. So I'm going to keep these guys here in a nice formation. Where is the rest of this firing happening? Firing over there. What is firing though? I can't tell. I think it might actually be these guys. Or these guys. Please tell me you're still hiding. In any case, let's have a wee look and see who was that actually firing there. Oh, yeah. Who was firing there? There was a firing coming this way. Oh, it was actually 5 guys from this building here. I wonder. Who are they spotting? towards the end there. These guys, I think, were actually spotting some bad guys. Never mind. Things are looking up. Things are looking very, very up. I think it's finally time to move up to this platoon as well. So let's go ahead and do that. But yeah, things are looking nice at this point. This final platoon is moving up into position, and I'm just gonna, as I said, I'm gonna unleash them down that way. But yeah, see you in a sec. Whoop. So we're back in, we're moving this, continuing to just finalise this group up here on the right. I'm not going to move any further up on over here just until that platoon can reinforcement, so this side should be fairly quiet. Over here, I've started to move that final platoon up to capitalise on this area here, keeping them up to from about this point on the hedge to hopefully try and minimise the risk of being spotted from here along this hedge line. That was risky, and I hope I'm going to be okay. Oh, why? I told them to run over here, so they go, yeah, let's just run along this hedge. They're going to get slaughtered, they're going to get shot from here, and there's nothing I can do about it. This is why you use short bounds, folks, instead of what I've done. Well, at least we're starting to fire at some of these retreating Germans from that house over there, which is nice. That's good. Any casualties I can inflict, the better. I'm going to try and destroy these guys. Luckily, they've not taken any hits yet, so I can just pull them this way, straight away. And obviously nothing happened for the rest of these groups here. Please tell me that's not a casualty. Yes, it's just another casual. Sorry, not. It's just another coward. That's the word I'm looking for. Coward. So we've not lost anything yet. So yeah, that was a pretty boring turn. And we're back in with some pretty good news. Oh god, I keep saying it. I can't help myself. We have a Spitfire, and the Spitfire is going to come and destroy those trenches, in theory. We also have a platoon moving up here on the attack and the assault, so they're going to be moving in and clearing out this area here, so that's good news. It looks like some of them might actually get there before the end of this turn. In any case, we have a bit of a fight appearing over here between some defences and my troops as they move up into cover. So we should win this firefight because we have a huge amount of men, but it's whether we're going to take any casualties getting there which I'm worried about. I think we should be fine. We have a huge amount of forces which should start being able to lay fire down. Yeah, it doesn't really look like we've actually lost anyone, which is pretty surprising. But as you can see, we're starting to identify rather a lot of bodies. There's only 4 there. I was expecting more than that. I was hoping for more than that, but it appears a large proportion of them have managed to escape. So hopefully we'll be able to get there before they can escape fully and start to cause some severe pain towards them. In any case, I think we're doing okay. So only a wee bit longer. I think it's like, I wonder if I can check. Oop. Doop. No, I can't check. I think it's about 12 minutes now until the plane comes in, so we've got a wee while to wait before that's going to turn up. Hello again. So we've got this nice assault moving in here on the right. I'll probably have to split the film up into 2 things so we can watch what's going over there afterwards, but there's some infantry moving along to have a look at this fence, this hedge line here, to look in this way. Then we've also got more men moving in to give different kind of cover and directions, because there's still some Germans in here somewhere or in here somewhere, so we're going to try and hunt them down and take them out. Here we go, here's some. Oh yeah, we just killed, we think there's more though. They've taken at least one of them out. It's nice, this section here being very brave, running up and taking them out. The rest of the infantry are moving in. And obviously now that they're here, we could bring this section up to start covering. Hello? Run, fat boy, run. That didn't sound good. Oh wait, no it did. I understand what happened there. Okay, so this side's fine. Let's take it back to the beginning and have a wee look at what's going on over here. So these infantry are going to move up, and hopefully eventually someone's going to be able to shoot these guys. Luckily we've got some shots coming over from that house, but it's such a long range they're not going to be able to do too much. May have caused a couple of casualties. Hopefully we're going to start pinning them down to be able to actually engage them nicely. Oh, there's a lot more casualties here than originally looked like. That's a nice bundle. And those mortars are now getting into position. Fighting here is looking good, not taking any casualties. So we're now engaging a bunch of infantry along this line here. So now we know there's a strong presence along this area, so we can call in the heavy hitters on that when needed. In any case, we finally have some infantry getting up, so we can start engaging. Hello. Oh, right, yes, I remember. We blasted the wall open and charged in. And we're taking this house. Wow, a lot happened that turn. In any case, this is good. We can hopefully start engaging some of these infantry with these guys as they come in. And the rest, obviously, as they move in. Things are looking up. In any case, this side is strong. This side is very strong. So yeah, I'll see you again next turn. So we're back in, and we've taken. Oh god, I keep saying that's gonna happen every minute in this video. Is me saying that idiotic phrase. So let's go ahead and focus on this area over here. We nicely have a line set up, and hopefully they're gonna be able to start engaging across here. Obviously, I can't move my men too far over here, or else I'm gonna start getting taken flak from over here. But for the most part, hopefully we'll be able to kill them from that hedge line. Nope. Okay, well, that's not happening. Oh, hello. We have Germans who managed to take out one of my guys, which sucks. But in any case, we appear to have run them. Oh, no. There's still Germans close, which we didn't notice. So, we've actually lost some men in this assault. They do appear to be running though. Right, let's have a look at what happened on the other side. So we've just blown up the wall here, and my men are heading in. Obviously that fight is happening over there. These guys cannot see any further infantry contacts over there, which is a pity. There's still a fight over here, but I also have these mortars starting to fire at the enemy positions over there, so we should start seeing those splash down soon. Or not, never mind. In any case, we've taken this first objective, and we're starting to get into this house. Nothing much is happening over here. Oh, those mortars were well off. But our small arms fire is obviously doing quite a lot of damage. Or should be pinning them down. I mean, there's quite a lot of fire coming. Oh, what on earth happened there? It's almost like there's another blast happened. Didn't lose any men though, luckily. These guys are awesome. Look at this. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. There we are, we're done. It looks like we may have... Yeah, I think we're doing pretty nicely on the enemy killing front over here and over here. We shall see. Those mortars should hopefully take out a few of the rascals. And now these guys, hopefully, if they're deployed, we should be able to start thinking about engaging directly onto these. Oh, we already are. It looks like that's a mortar being fired at them already. So, yeah, we're going to see if we can use this mortar to start engaging this area here. But in any case, yeah, this is a messy fight over here. We've actually lost some infantry, which we shouldn't have here when we've taken one casualty, 2 casualties. So that's a pity. I'll have to see what was going on there, but we do appear to have pushed them back, so hopefully these forces should be able to start giving them some real issues. And obviously we now have a flanking force here who, it would be nice if they start slaughtering them. But yes, let's have a look. So let's go ahead and mix it up and have a look at this side first for this turn. So on the left we've got a few more infantry fighting going on. We also, oh, apparently we have some, Oh yes, I gave these guys all a fire order, so they've started to fire down here, just to see if we can pin some of these guys down, in order for these guys maybe to see. Oh, what are they firing at? They're firing at those infantry. Hopefully these guys won't spot them. Not much happening from the flat cannons so far. I don't know where they're going. Mortar strikes doing quite a bit of damage. I've actually called in the battalion mortars along this line, so that's going to be destroyed in a few turns time via this hero spotter here. So we've got a linear attack along there, and also obviously the Spitfires coming in probably about 8 or so turns. So the side's looking pretty good. We've also got some of these guys moving up. There we go. This is where I made the mistake, and I'm paying for it. So if you look at this, this is where the pain comes in. This is what happens when you misunderestimate a flat cannon. That is one of those bad boys going, oh look, infantry, and turning them into mints. So I'm going to pull out of this house, put them into the courtyard, pull these guys back, and hopefully we're not going to have lost too many of them. So yeah. Okay, so let's go back over to this side and have a look and see what happened over here. So we should, in theory, have spotted plenty of these bad guys to kill. Oh, he's firing back at my troops. However, it appears that a large proportion of them are getting mown down by the four men I'd put here nicely. So they are in a lot of trouble. I then have fire from all of these infantry units just slaughtering these poor Germans as they try and run. There's a large amount of them there. Look at that. That's huge. It's like a full squad. Unfortunately, I've got no one who's seeing them. These guys are, but they're just not engaging them yet. But now they are. Oh dear, these poor Germans. That's 3 in one burst of fire. Who's seeing them? Yeah, still these guys. Oh, where did he get shot from? I don't know where that got shot from. Jesus. Anti-air gun. Taking my men out there. We've got at least one of these guys surrendering, which is nice. And some Germans here. Well, he's running back, which is odd. In any case, I appear to have lost some... Oh, those are Germans. Phew, that had me worried for a sec. So we lost some men there. I think that was just these guys here in that window getting nailed by some, tagged by some flak. Pity, but not much we can do about it. Oh dear, I think we may have lost a machine gun somewhere. Possibly. There was a machine gun here somewhere. Was it this guy here? Yeah, it was. Where are you? Oh, you're all the way over there. I don't know why you've run all the way back there. Possibly because you got panicked by some Germans. These poor Germans just had no chance. Caught out in the open, they were just gunned down. Oh dear. Poor guys. So that was satisfying. And yeah, so lost a few men and didn't really necessarily need to lose that turn. So this turn we've got a nice combination. This side over here is carrying to mop up some of these bad guys. A few grenades being thrown, I think, actually over here. Possibly. No, just the one. We appear to have at least one guy surrendered from the rest of his entire squad dead. Poor fellows. Even more poor guys being gunned down by these two squads here. These two wee groups of 2 fire teams just in the right place at the right time. These guys here just murdered probably about 2/3 of a platoon, if not an entire platoon of enemy soldiers, just because they were in the perfect firing position. As you can see, I've not actually moved up any further. We've just kind of paused here. However, what I've done is bring up this MG section and bring it to the roof, and the idea is to then start to get it set up. Where is it actually? Yeah, here. Oh, is it already set up? No, it's not. Okay, what we want to try and do is get it deployed, and then once it's deployed, we can start thinking about getting some overwhelming fire on these cannons. Now, I did actually set some fire to be hitting them, so I'm wondering if that's starting to come in. Yes, it is. I think some of these guys are starting to get pinned down, so that should hopefully stop them from being too effective on my own troops. So, let's go back to the beginning and have a look and see what's going on over here. We've got quite a few mortar fires hitting there, which is nice. Got some airbursts going on, so that those troops will be feeling quite a lot of pain. We also have these troops starting to engage those positions down there from quite a nice hidden position, so hopefully we're going to be able to start doing some damage. There's infantry around there as well, so that's looking nice. What we're going to try and do is actually get these guys in here to stop hiding and to engage the enemy. Oh dear, yeah, we are taking a few casualties from oh wow, that was painful. We are taking some casualties from those fires, obviously. That's a pity. Over here, however, we're very much winning. There's quite a lot of mortar fire coming down, and that place is about to get nuked, basically. So, oh well. Going to the end of the turn. Alright, so let's keep a look on this side first. Oh, we're not quite playing yet. There we go. Oh wow, we lost a man there, I think. No, we didn't, no. So over here we have these guys moving up slightly. Let's get eyes into this compound, this set of buildings here. Not looking too bad. I might move infantry to have a wee gaze over there. And once I'm sure this field is pretty empty, I'm going to probably retreat these guys out. Obviously I've got this infantry section healing up that guy. These fellows just carrying on over here. That fire mission sounds like it's coming in now, so it should be. We should start seeing a lot of pain over there. This machine gun position should be set up. It almost is, and this one should hopefully start setting up as well. We're not there anywhere but there. I would like you in this window here, so I'll have to set that this time. So not much happened over this side of the map. Let's have a look and see what happened over here. So I actually have these guys continuing to engage and try and pin down those anti-air units. I also brought these guys back into the windows now that they're slightly pinned down, and I try to get them to engage some of these guys over here. And I got these guys to crawl back to try and heal that guy there. So hopefully our rate of fire over here should prove pretty good at taking them out. But unfortunately our mortars have decided to be cowards and run away, so I'm going to have to bring them back in. Ah, that's frustrating. Oh well. Not much to be done. These mortars appear to have run out of ammo, so this area is looking pretty quiet apart from the fact that there's about to be, well, there's already a firefight going on. Oops. Infantry retreating. There's quite a lot of bad guys there, but in any case, we've won this, so we could probably start moving platoons up there. I'm not willing to do that quite yet because I have Spitfire coming in about 8 minutes or so, so I'm going to leave that for now. In any case, in those last 5 seconds, I think I took a casualty, so let's have a wee look and see what happened there. I wonder if that's AA fire or just MG or something. Yes, that's MG, but that looked like, this poor fellow here, it looked like it came from this building here. And there's an MG in it. That's good to know. Who can spot this building? Pretty much just them. Okay, well. Whoop. You guys, you know what? I'm gonna get you. Oh, wait, I was about to start giving commands, even though it's not. Oops. And let's have a look at this side to begin with, just to spice things up a little bit. So we're on the left, so continue just a nice wee well, we've won this basically. We're about to have some nice artillery hits to finish any remaining forces here off. Well, I think we actually already have pushed them back with that ridiculous rate of fire we already have. We then also have a huge amount of infantry along here, all focusing on taking out some of these. Oh wow, I think we've actually managed to hit that vehicle accidentally. But they're all focused on trying to keep their heads down over there. And that's the first of those spotting rounds, so in about probably next turn we're going to have that coming in quite nicely. But it does look like some of these infantry are having to retreat. Probably because there's some infantry over here, but on top of that we also have an MG fire from over there which is starting to do some damage. Right, let's go ahead and look at what's going on over here. So I've given this platoon here a hunt command, so they're all starting to hunt their way up because I'm hoping they're going to get a spot on that MG, because where they were they couldn't see him, because as soon as they see him I'm going to get all of them to open fire and take out that MG. These guys I have moving up to see if they can start trying to get some spots on, well, anything really. Getting to this area, starting to engage. These guys unfortunately obviously can't get a spot on those because I'm just trying to get as many of these things in as possible. So that's those rounds are a wee bit off, but they should start to fire. Why isn't this firing yet? Still not quite positioned. In any case, I'm moving these men up so they can start trying to also help engage. And as you can see, the more fire we have on these things, the more likely they're going to get decrewed, the more likely they're going to end up having to be... Oh, hello, I think we may have defeated at least one of them. Yes, good. So, this is looking good. Fortunately, these guys don't have a spot on that building yet, although, looking at that, it looks like something may have been firing at it. I think... No, never mind, it's still there. Right, okay. Yeah, I think... Yeah. Right, so that's that turn. Let's start off with this side this turn. So we're continuing this hunt command, see if we can get a spot on that MG. We have these infantry, which are being able to fire at this fortified location here nicely, so we're going to try and get as many kills on these guns as we can. We have a new MG set up which is starting to engage quite nicely from here, I believe, yes, with a bunch of infantry also helping out. So we basically won this firefight and we've pinned down this AA really rather nicely, and there's a few infantry that appear to be retreating at the same time, so hopefully things should be fine. It's almost like we don't really need that aircraft which is coming in, but in any case we're going to have that coming anyway, just to be a bit of an overkill, take out any infantry that are remaining. But things are looking good. This thing's just moved about, so I'm kind of worried about that, so we need to get a few units to spot that and take it out if possible. This machine gun is proving incredibly annoying to set up, so I think I'm going to move it to this building. Right, let's have a look at what the battle's like on the other side. You may have noticed these troops just... Oh, hello. Right, I think some anti-air fire just caught some of these infantry right at the end there, which is a pity, because I'm wanting to try and heal up some of these poor people who were caught in that line of fire. It appears that some of these guys might come over and start doing that. In any case, these guys are also opening fire in their huddle to try and keep them pinned down. We also have some of these troops up here in an effort to pin down this MG so it doesn't keep on hurting our friends. So that appears to be kind of mildly successful at that. And we're bringing this infantry group back up, so then engage a bunch of other things, as well as having these fellows engaging. So things aren't looking that bad. Obviously we also have these folks running over to then start taking position up in these fences here. While this basically that barrage is going to hit as they do that last stretch and as they take position on this wall, so I'll be in a position when the barrage ends to just run up and immediately take possession of this hedge line here, which will be a nice thing to happen. For now though, let's see about finishing off the forces over on this side of the map. It's going to be another 5 turns or so before the first of the planes comes in and hits there, so we've got about 5 minutes to just solidify our presence and get our heads down and yeah, generally just be awesome. I think we've already won it, but no harm in bringing the planes in to help out. I think this might be one. Let me actually check something though, because if this is a mission in which my plane some of these campaign missions means my no, I think this is it. Yeah, never mind. Some of these missions later on basically give the air support is for more than one mission, so if you use it in one mission it's not available in another one. But I don't think this is one of those times. And we're back in. Let's focus on this side for the beginning, with even more fire coming down range. Basically I think we've managed to pin down, scare, if not completely destroy the enemy in these trenches, which is nice, just because I've got so many troops managing to get into position, and we've got even more troops coming on this side to then hopefully be able to start poking in their heads and taking out these folks over here. Oh, that was very nice. That bar fire coming in from this side. Please take this guy out before he fires again. Come on. Take him out. Take him out. Oh wow, look at that rate of fire. That's huge. Oh. Yeah, so this is looking good. And that's towards the end. Huge rates of fire over on this side of the map. This poor anti-air gun. I wouldn't be treating it so if it had killed more than I was expecting it to. So yeah, we obviously have men moving up on this flank. All of them have kind of, yeah, well, we've obviously took out all of those infantry, so we don't need to worry about that area as much. We have 2 MGs setting up in these buildings. One's already set up here, so that's already engaging in the corner with a bunch of further infantry. But then we also have this one that should be setting up, but may not be, so I may need to do that this turn. Right, let's go have a look at what this side happened. On this side happened. So obviously we've got these infantry moving in. We have continuing fire over towards all of this stuff and the MG over there, or it should be the MG over there as well. So we've saw that happening. What I'd like to show is some of these poor guys watching over this field and going, ah, cool, we're covered. We got some nice, very, very strong artillery hits coming in there. These guys should be safe behind this fence when they get there. But these enemy, if there are any left along this line, let's just say they're not going to have the best of days. It does appear that we spotted something over here, possibly them trying to run. It also means if they have any fixed defences that would impede my movement, there's quite a good chance they're going to be destroyed, so we can make our way through the hedgerow. As you can see, we're opening up some openings here where the artillery's been hitting down. Right, that's nice. So we'll wait, they'll all get in position along that hedge line, and that's looking good. And I guess at this point it's a case of just mopping up really. 4 minutes until the first plane comes in. 5 minutes until the plane comes in for that area. I think I'm actually going to move most of this infantry formation, and I'm going to get them to deploy probably along this hedge line. Or sorry, we're going to move them through this field and deploy along this hedge line here to try and take out these infantry units here, and provide some support by fire onto this MG position. So yeah, we'll see. Let's look at the pretties on this side of the map as these guys make their way over. Unfortunately, some of these guys are pretty tired, so they're just walking through the field. And these guys are all, oh dear. I don't know if it was shrapnel or whatever, but this guy just got killed. I think it may have been shrapnel. I think my men are too close. I mean, it could be a rifle shot, but I have a feeling it probably was shrapnel. That poor German infantry. He had no chance. In any case, some of this artillery is doing quite a nice job of just softening up the entire German line here, so we should probably just push in and be pretty successful. And that's the end of that mission, which is pretty nice. And what I'm going to do is probably push this platoon up and have them go through this area and clean this out, and then come into here so we can start getting eyes on the enemies over there. Oh, and we just took another hit there. I think we lost 2 men here. Well, that guy's wounded, so we should come back in the fight. We'll leave them there for now. These guys are all pretty tired. Hopefully they'll get there. Now let's have a look at what's going on the other side of the map. So these, yeah. Oh, did we just take one of them out? I think we may have. I took at least one of them out, but as you can see, these guys are very, very close to them, so they're being able to fire some real nice close fire straight into these guns, which is nice. So hopefully we'll start doing some real damage. Ugh, never mind. In any case, there's some Germans up there, but luckily we have enough of us close enough with enough fire support. I think we may. Yep, we've won that without necessarily taking any casualties. That was lucky. As I said, it's all about just getting the amount of fire more than the enemy can bring on you, on him. I mean, look at the amount of fire coming in here. There was an entire enemy squad in there, but I just had basically about 2 platoons just taking them out. So that was satisfying. Even though some of these guys were pinned down, for the most part, they were able to just slaughter them. And we appear to have killed at least 1 more German in here. Now obviously, at this point, normally you'd assault these trenches, but I have some air support coming in to bomb this area in a wee while, so I don't want to move any of my men closer than they already are, just in case. So we're going to keep behind this hedgerow and behind this hedgerow, and possibly move in some guys into these buildings so we can take out this annoying, pesky machine gun position. Can we see it from this building? Let's have a look. Where is it? It's over there. No, I think it's going to be behind some hedges. Even through this window, yeah, it's going to be behind hedges. Never mind, we'll have to take it out a different way. Yeah, so this side's fine. Don't think anything interesting happened over here. Has that machine gun deployed? No, it doesn't really look like it has. But we have a huge amount of firepower coming from here, so it doesn't really matter. In any case, we're definitely winning here. I think I've got this mission pretty much wrapped up. I just need to try and not lose any men to silly mistakes. So over here it's just a simple carrying on of, yeah, basically just a bunch of fire coming in and slaughtering the trenches. These poor fools. The amount of American lead going into those trenches is ridiculous. I mean, that's pretty silly. I think I may have taken another... Yep, killed another guy. So over there it looks like we've... Yes, sorry, I was just enjoying that wonderful fireworks display. Let me just make sure we've killed the Germans off in here. Do we see any of them? I don't think we did. Oh no, apart from right at the beginning here. And they've run. Okay. And then we ended up... We're in just... Yeah. So we're assaulting that building. So in theory these guys should get eyes on if they're anywhere near here. So that's good. Alright, other side. I forgot to mention at the in the last turn that I actually started moving some of my infantry that were stationed here across the field to get it into positions along here to engage those infantry and support by fire over there and possibly up here. So yeah, these guys are finally making their way up to getting along this line, and since those mortars have stopped firing, we can think about maybe getting over there next turn. And obviously I'm bringing some of this platoon up to finish off the assaults and basically gathering this group in this small area here. But on the way they decided to kill some Germans. Oh, who are actually engaging me. It's been a while since I've had some Germans engaging me. Are you running? You appear to be running. That's good. My men will chase you down. Poor Mr. German. I'm hearing some fighting going on here. So there's obviously some Germans still about. Oh, there's some Germans still here. Ah, there's still some Germans in some positions there. I don't even know how they would have survived that assault. Doesn't look like we took any casualties over here. Oh no, wait, no, those are Germans. I totally didn't just have a really weird panic there. These are also Germans. So, things are looking up. Is that German as well? Yeah. I think we should be okay. Did we just take out some of these Germans? I think we may have. Or are they already dead? I think they might have already been dead. Yep, so that's the end of the turn, so that was fun. And we're back in with some some lovely firing going on over here. They must be running out of bullets. This is a hell of a lot of ammo going into this side. I mean, it's a lot of enemy casualties as well. Oh, and that's another one taken down. So that gun's completely out. This gun is almost completely out. This gun is also almost completely out. I think there's like maybe one guy left. In any case, victory to Pete on this side of the field. Let's take a few steps over here, and we are taking casualties. The Germans over here appearing to be putting up a fairly strong defense, seeing as I have a ridiculous amount of men up here who should all be engaging. This, yeah, wow. Brave, very brave. Stupid, but brave. Should probably start conducting some assaults onto that position. Right, so they're coming up nicely. That sounds like an enemy helicopter plane coming in. Oh, let's have a watch of that. There we go, in the last 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and here come the bullets. So that was interesting. It's taken out, yeah. I think that is that plane done, hopefully. If it's not, then that's annoying, but if it is, then that means I'm going to have quite a lot. I'm going to be able to just assault through this area and assault through that area as well. And we can wait for the next plane to then come along and bomb this area here. But yeah, we should probably think about moving some of these infantry up in an assault. I thought we may as well finish watching this aircraft strike come in, which was nice. Didn't really do much in the end, it was mostly just my infantry doing all the work. But over on this side I have an assault which is about to come in. So these guys covered by friendly fire. Sorry, yeah. We've got an assault coming in from two sides. So hopefully with all the weight of fire coming in we should be able to get in there, do some real damage to the enemy. None of these guys are on targeting, by the way, it's all just firing at what they want to fire at. Please do not hit again. Good, they're not hitting again. I called the planes off, so they shouldn't have continued to fire. We appear to have at least taken some of them out. We have some infantry over here in the roof of the house. Just basically we've got a large portion of cover infantry. And we have some, yeah, even more moving into here, so we should have this area pretty locked down. Now let's have a look and see what it's like over here, where I have the beginnings of an assault moving across and a huge amount of fire going back at these fellows who caused a couple of casualties. So here are them. Over here we have a large and nice proportion of infantry moving across. Oh dear, no idea what just happened, but luckily we didn't take any hits or pain. But I think that was a rifle grenade or a Panzerschreck or something. Oh, definitely some enemies there. And some enemy fire coming in here, so they've obviously got some pretty solid defenses, although we're winning. Now over here we have some nice infantry. Oh, hello, they're starting to take some serious fire. Through, I didn't realise that was an open area, but unfortunately it is, so I'm going to have to get them to move out. But we've discovered a pillbox full of Germans, so that's afraid. However, there we go, it's worked. Ish. The smoke has blown it rather in an unfortunate direction. Never mind. That smoke was hopefully going to cover me as I moved across. We're going to send these infantry across here and get them to come up here and engage up there. So we'll have a big assault around those final defences. I have a feeling that the final bit death knell for the enemy is going to be any turn now. It's just definitely a mopping up job where I'm just trying to be careful in not losing too many men. So yeah, things are looking up and good. Over on the left side here we have the remainder of our infantry kind of running up to join, apart from that final section which took a few casualties, so I'm leaving them to buddy heal. We have, yeah, I think we've gained fire superiority across this whole lane here, and as these guys get up we should also win in this lane here. And it looks like we actually, for some reason they're not moving. I told them to move over there, but they seem to be trying to engage a pillbox with rifles. Ah, one of those guys is using a pistol. So these guys are probably going to die horribly. They've only taken one casualty so far, somehow. And these guys taking a casualty. Oh well. Please tell me I didn't kill anyone. No, it didn't. Good, good. Luckily. I'm not entirely sure where all those was from, but I don't think it was actually friendlies. We shall see. And let's go back. Over here, we actually have the continuation of this assault. So you should see some nice clean engagement. These poor Germans are kind of... Yeah, their trenches are now my trenches. Oh, hello. Grenade just happened there. That would be an enemy that we just killed, though. We've not lost a single man in this assault so far. Not going too badly. We also have a large proportion of infantry starting to pour fire into these trenches, which is good. Germans dying all over the place. On top of that, I've actually started out flanking with some of my nice infantry over here who are going to come around and hopefully get up on this wall and finish these guys off. So this area of the map is completely under our control. And as you can see over here, I brought the infantry that was stacked up along here through the smoke without taking any casualties, it appears. Yeah, completely fine. And they're gonna march their way up and blast through this wall and then come and hopefully assault from... Are there any windows in this building on this side? There are. Well, I'll be tempted to line them up inside that building and this building and get them to fire into this location here. I don't know how... Wait a minute, we've killed some Germans here. What happened here? Oh, nice. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that. Some nice rifle fire. We've taken a casualty. However, these guys, apart from that one casualty, have managed to start slaughtering the folks in the trenches, so that's good. Yeah. Wow, that's good. So, a bunch of stuff happening. How long till this? We can check. So, yeah. So as you can see here on this side, we have got a bit of a firefight going on between us and the trench here. Some of my infantry are not thinking this is the smartest idea, so they've decided to bail, or at least shift their positions a wee bit. However, we've got quite a lot of bar and SMG fire going into that section of the trench, so I think we may have won that. Across the rest of this line, I've got quite a few guys hunting their way through these buildings, seeing if they can spot any enemy contacts and engaging. But for the most part, this area looks pretty clear. I'm expecting that area to be pretty clear as well. I think the main area of enemy concentration is here, and we are definitely ahead in that regard. Unfortunately, it looks like some of these troops appear to have spotted me. I've got a couple of rocket launchers up here, so hopefully these guys may spot something and start lobbing some rockets in here. But as you can see, we've, well, once again, before the plane comes in, we've pretty much completely won this. Hello. No idea what's happening there. I had no idea what these green arrows mean either. Obviously needs combat mission. Not that new though. Let's go ahead and put it back to a wee bit further. And we can quickly skip through the progress of these guys here. Yeah, it's just a simple up they come, and I realised I left the unit behind, so they're all just gathering up on the wall. Yeah, there we go, so they're just gathering up with a unit coming to join them, and these guys are about to blast their way through, I think, and then yeah, these guys will be able to get in position. And then finally over here, let's watch this assault through the trenches, because it's awesome. These guys are coming up. I think there's a couple of Germans maybe left, but my Americans seem to have taken them out pretty nicely. These airborne troops being pretty brave. Oh wow, there's a guy like right there. See, this is why you need to assault through trenches, because there are guys hiding and you just can't see them until you're right on top of them. Look at that, see? 2 guys surrendered. Anyway, there's another guy surrendered in that field. And these guys appear to all be pinned down. This troop, which could have caused me a lot of pain, who are covered in there. However, this is their death knell. They're about to either, yeah, from these guys over here all forming up on the wall, they're about to either surrender or die, or fire back with their MP44. One of them's dead, 2 of them are dead, 3 of them are dead, they're all dead. We've just slaughtered them to a man. That flanking attack was pretty awesome, and not a single one of them died. There you go. This side of the map is pretty much officially completely ours, so we can think about just mopping up and then focusing on this fight here, and somehow thinking about what the hell is going on with these troops here. Maybe that arrow means they're going to try and retreat because they're near a map edge or something. I don't know. Oh wait, no, I think it might be because they're inside the... Oh yes, I think it's because they're in the exit Fox. Yes, so let's keep them there, I think. Let's keep these guys right there because they're in the right place, and we'll get this mortar company to come through. Mortar company? Mortar section. Right, so these guys are all fairly wary. Yeah, so hopefully this should be the last turn. And we're back in. We should have quite a nice assault going down between... Yeah, we've got quite a nice attack between us and the enemies. No idea why they're coming all the way around the front instead of going in through the door, which is right there. Luckily not too many of them died. None of them died. Jeez. In any case, we've killed that German over there. And this should be the plane. Oh dear, oh dear, no friendly fire please. There we go, nice hit on nothing. At least it would have panicked them at the very least. I also have some machine gun fire going in, so I think for the most part we may be doing okay here. Taking these guys out is pretty hard, so we should think about trying to call off that aeroplane and then send some guys in to start assaulting through and taking out this final German defense system. God, we've got ages left. Do we need to get all the Fox Company out of here? Is that the general premise? Is that I need to actually exit with all of Fox Company? I thought I just needed to maybe get one or two. Okay, in which case, yeah, that might need to happen. Not that I can be bothered. On second thoughts, that's not what happened at all. We got US Army total victory after that turn of the airplane coming in and our flanking forces killing everyone. So let's have a look at the score. 303 men okay, 12 men killed, 15 men wounded. So I lost 27 men overall, 15 of which will hopefully come back, or at least a proportion of them will come back. So 12 men killed as opposed to 80 men killed plus 47 men wounded. I'm pretty freaking pleased with that result. This is probably the best I've ever had in combat mission, and what's more is that I have a video to show that it actually happened. I'm honestly not that bad apparently. Okay, so we've destroyed the A guns, we killed all of the enemy casualties we needed to do, and the friendly condition we also did. Wow, that's awesome. Great. So let's review the map a little bit. Looking at this, there are no German units whatsoever left on that part of the map. None been left behind that we missed. The only Germans that we have left to engage are some stragglers up at the corner here, and this wee bunker here, which was probably going to be taken out at some point in the near future. So yeah, no worried about that. We also had this bunker here full of guys and some, well, one man in the trench. The rest of these guys in the trench were obviously killed. I want to see how many Germans actually died along this line. So if we look along the line here, none this side. That's fair enough. However, quite a few appear to have died along here. So we got a few men in there. Guy here, yeah, he was German. Him and a few others there. And then quite a huge concentration of them here. But then we've got some friendly casualties there as well. So that's not bad. Over here, we've taken out, I moved these men up by the way. We took out this last remaining MG squad, which is kind of the last readout by a combined arms attack. their fleeing men just got caught in the open. We had a few folks surrender through the trenches, but for the most part we just slaughtered all the German infantry as they came up with some lovely American infantry storming the trenches. But you know what, I'm going to screenshot this because this just looks too freaking good. Look at that. Oh, damn son. There we go. Let's get the mouse out of the way though, up in the compass. Oh, ruined it. There we go. Look at that. And then obviously we got these American troops running through. Where else was there fighting? There was fighting all along here where these poor Germans, after holding out pretty valiantly throughout these buildings, or pretty bravely at the very least, got mown down. Yeah. Then our original and first assault left, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 Germans in that original assault. And finally, but not least, we had our original mortar strike, which claimed quite a few victims, as can be seen right here. That was worthwhile doing. Likewise over here, this was definitely worthwhile. And obviously we have our wee spotter section here, which called in those fateful final assaults. And we appear to have killed a few Germans around the side of this building, but none inside the objective itself, luckily. A few Germans running away got slaughtered, likewise in this field. A few of them were taken down. But yeah, that's it really. We won. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. This has been Peter, and well, I hope to see you again another time.